Who are the top 5 most crucial members of the Kingdom of Science? In my recent recap, I covered this topic very briefly, but let's get deeper into it. Number 5. Old Man Kaseki. This old man made the list thanks to him being the only reason Senku was able to even begin his chemically charged endeavors in the Kingdom of Science. Thanks, of course, to his unreal skills as a master craftsman, specifically glass making, giving Senku all the necessary glass creations he needed for his laboratory. Hell, Kaseki's the one who brought to life the incredibly complex Hickman pump and vacuum tube. Discluding glass, he, upon just seeing a plane for the first time, mind you, was able to repair it perfectly, as well as being able to, without error, follow Senku's roadmaps to a T. Number 4. Suika. Yep, our resident 9-year-old gets top 4. And for good reason too. Suika is freakishly helpful to Senku's efforts. With being one of Senku's earliest helpers and a paramount spy, scout, and detective, she'd already secured herself high on this ranking, but what got her to number 3 was leading Hyoga and his men to the instant death hydrogen sulfide gas, and convinced them Senku already had chemical weapons, and made them give up attacking the Kingdom of Science until they'd amassed more men. Later on, saving Ginro from Ibara and driving the mobile lab to Senku, also hiding their motorboat to avoid Ibara's suspicion. And last but not least, protecting the last bottle of revival fluid with her life, and thus spending the entirety of her adolescence, 7 grueling years, to diligently follow Senku's revival fluid recipe to make another successful batch, and then at last reviving Senku. I think number 3 would have to go to Gen Asagiri for his undeniably reliable mentalist skills. I wagered in the recap they wouldn't have been able to get even past the first arc without Gen. After all, he betrayed the Tsukasa Empire as their spy. In fact, his fib to Tsukasa declaring Senku as definitely dead is the only reason they were able to even be granted enough time to protect Ruri's antibiotics and the cell phone. Speaking of, Gen also helped bring the other phone line to the enemy, and in doing so, thanks to his Morse code messages, was able to stage a pincer attack on Homer the Scout. Yet another hurdle who would have foiled Gen's efforts instantly if she made it back. Oh yeah, and he was the only reason they were able to even convince Moss to not immediately kill them, and was, let's be honest, the entire reason they won against Dr. Zeno. First, he volunteered to infiltrate on his own. Second, he successfully lied his way through a lie detector test, and most importantly, third, declared Taiju as their genius scientist to protect Senku's identity as well as grant Senku more time to beef up their defenses and planning. Gen is the very best person you'd want on your team to stall for time. The very thing the Kingdom of Science is always in such desperate need of. This spot was a toss-up between Gen and him, but in the end, for that second spot, I chose the most greedy man alive, Ryusui Nanami. On top of being the one to introduce currency to the Kingdom of Science, meaning much more motivation for the more apprehensive to work individuals with his Drago, he would also be the one to take the role of the Perseus' captain. On top of all that, he just so happened to know the perfect one for the job of cooking and baking food for them to last them the entire journey out at sea, Francois. Plus, he's just a great hand to have around. He saved Suika from the petrification, aided Senku in the final battle against Ibara, and was even chosen as their resident pilot for the hot air balloon and the dogfighting plane. And finally, I don't think I have to spell out number 1 for you, it's Senku. Comment your picks below and check out my full recap in the attached link.